Hey guys, welcome to Nox TV. I just want to invite everyone back to take a look at something new from Eluktronics. I did notice that they had updated their the Electronics Command Center, or sorry, Control Center, and I wanted to go ahead and do the installation. I've already uninstalled point 31, which is the one that I've been running for the last month. Right now I'm running my current setup with a 10th gen CPU, the Max-17, with the 2070 Super, and I've had it for about 3 weeks. It's been very, very stable. I've heard others talk about the new command center doing some things with overheating the CPU. So what I want to go ahead and do is do the installation, and we'll take a quick tour of the software. So one thing that you can do is you can always go to Eluktronics website. And the way you do that, let me bring that up real quick. Should have already done that, but let's go to their home page. And so here you're going to see the Eluktronics home page, and from here you're going to go down to support. You're going to go to drivers. And in this case, you're going to look for your model. Where a lot of people get confused a lot of times is the Max-15 and 17, 9th gen and 10th gen. If you have the newest version, then you're going to want to go ahead and pick the 10th gen, which is the one we have here. I know some people pick the 9th, and that can cause problems. Command center is probably the same, I'm guessing. Maybe not. Doesn't look like it, I guess. I take that back. So just to not having confusion, we're going to go to the 10th gen. You're going to see here, and right here you'll see where it says updated and then the date next to it. So you can see anything that they've done as far as updates are concerned with a star and then the date next to it. So in this case, you click on it, and as you can see, it just goes ahead and just downloads the file for you. So in this case, I've already downloaded it. Here's the file here. I've created a folder called CCV36 because it's ending in point 36. I've created the folder here, gone into the zip, copied it, unzipped it, put it right here. So right now we have no control center at all on the laptop, so we want to go ahead and go through the installation. So what we're going to do is we're going to close this window, go here, and you Electronics Control Center 2. So you go ahead, double click that. We're going to hit yes. I do like the desktop icon. I usually put it on my third screen. So right now I'm running a Seagate FireCuda game dock, which we'll go over that later. So I've actually got two monitors plus my monitor for the actual laptop. So that's why you may see me bring things over from another screen. But anyway, so you're going to go ahead and hit next. It's going to create a shortcut. You're going to click install. And I recommend the uninstall and reboot before you do this because it'll create less issues. As you can see here, it's going to want to do a restart. Now we're going to go ahead and hit finish and allow it to do the restart. But of course, before I do that, I'm going to go ahead and stop recording, and we will be right back. All right, welcome back. Now we've done the reboot. It was very quick with the SSD that they provide. So I have the 5 gig SSD and 16 gigs RAM. It's super fast. One thing I want to correct is it might have been actually louder fans. That might have been the caveat, not overheating CPU, or maybe a combination. But we're going to go ahead and launch Electronics Control Center for the first time. Let's see what it does. And so here we are. Now normally you get a navigation piece as you go through each portion of the software, but let's just take a look here, and you see now it's 0.36, which is the newest one off the website. I'm going to click OK. Let's do a quick tour here. So as you can see, my defaults are I don't have the backlit keyboard or the light bar on. Then you have your timer here, so that's going to allow you to decide how long you want that backlit to be on until you interact with your keyboard. It would be nice if I could set this and then turn them on to where when I'm not using my desktop keyboard, which already has LEDs and all that. It's the HyperX mechanical keyboard. Then I would totally keep that on, but that's not the case. Then you have your display. So internal power or display power. Mine's right now turned off. Color management, we'll go over that in a second here. Right now it's set to the standard, but if you go ahead and click restore, typically this will go through and restore your settings for you. So your monitor settings will pop up. So if you go to here and then you go to display settings, typically you'll get a profile. And since I have some that are plugged in, right now it's the Max-17, which is number 1 actually. So it's actually using the Max-17 profile. So you can see it already downloaded it. One thing to keep in mind, every once in a while when you plug them in, it may show your external monitor instead of the Max-17. So let's go ahead and close that out. Other settings, color management's already done. Windows key lock, hibernation USB. I just leave this as default. I don't typically leave mine on. On-screen displays. I don't mind the on-screen displays. I do use them from time to time. So cap locks, you can see them. Cap locks unlock, so you can kind of see what those look like. Moving down to lighting. Now I don't typically have mine on, but you'll see this review as you go through it. Backlit mode, so these will all be profiles if you want to use. Preset on your keyboard. Startup mode, if you wanted to control when your machine's booting up, if you want to use the wave mode, and so on. Brightness, speed, detection, and then you can preset some profiles here 1 through 5. And of course you have your color wheel, so you can pick which colors you'd like. And this will work both with the light bar and the backlit keyboard. Power mode. So here again, it's going to bring you through some things you can interact with. Basically, a power mode. You can set it to eco if you really want to take control of your battery and your fan noise. This will allow you to have better battery life. Then you have your game mode, of course, beast mode. These you can turn your fans on. I'm sure you can hear that. I usually just keep them off and let it do its own thing. A lot of times I'm actually staying in power mode. Then you have the piece I use every once in a while is system monitor. And so this will tell you how hot your CPUs are. So you can see mine right now is idling, well, not idling, but using 52 degrees Celsius. Our memory is going to be 50 degrees Celsius for our hard drive temp. SSD is 31. Let's see, GPU is going to be around 49. Typically during games, I don't see this go above 80 a lot of the time between office and game mode. I don't really play on beast mode because the fans for me are a little too loud. And just to verify, one other thing I like to change on mine, I go from blue to the purple just because I like the look of it better. Typically I'm not a purple guy, I'm definitely not a red guy, but purple looks nice. If you customize that to orange, it'd be even better. So that's pretty much your command center for the most part. And if you go up here, you can pick which version you're on, you can pick which language that you can use, so French, German, or Spanish. Of course, we're going to use English. I always uncheck this box here for show navigation next time, so that those pop-ups that you saw come up on the screen showing where things are not going to annoy you on every single time that you launch the software. Not really sure why that's an option by default. I thought they would have turned it off, but they did not. So we'll see how stable it is. I think right now, for the most part, from what I'm seeing, I'm assuming it was just bug fixes and to the back end of the software. So there's no new settings between 0.31 and 0.36 control center. So hope that was useful. Next time we'll have to go over how to set up MSI Afterburner, so you can take a look at your temperature while gaming, and we'll run it in some games and we'll kind of see how well it performs. But overall, I've really had no issues with the system so far. If there's any questions I can answer, please certainly feel free to to put the questions below. I'll be more than happy to answer them. Any content you'd like to see, certainly, again, let me know what content you'd like to see, and I'd love to create some more content with the Eluktronics laptop outside of gaming videos and things like that. So we'll see what we can do. And I enjoyed the video, and hopefully you guys did too. Please like, subscribe, the whole nine. So thanks a lot, guys. Peace.